I never thought the day would come that I could say that I am proud of a race, of a threat to democracy, of a dictator. And I'm talking about our president, President Trump. And those characteristics, along with many other negative ones, were attributed to our president by the Democrat Party, who represent the true definition of those words. Reportedly, I hear that President Trump struck a peace deal. I've never known a race that's willing to help all ethnic groups come up economically. And I've never known a dictator that wants you to have the freedom to choose if you want to get a shot or not. And it's for free speech, and it's also for the Second Amendment. I never known that. But if that's the new definition of it, I am all for it. You know, you guys, after President Trump struck that peace deal, you had Democrats coming out giving him praise. Some prominent ones like Bill and Hillary Clinton. And I'm wondering why now they're giving him credit. You know, after Hillary lost to him in 2016, she's never been the same. She's been on a lot of left-wing bought and paid for news medias talking about how he was illegitimate. At any rate, you guys, it's just interesting that they came out, both of the Clintons, giving him praise. I am so proud of our President Trump for trying to create peace around the world, trying to work in the best interest of America and American citizens. And he just keeps on winning, you guys. MAGA!
Yes, despite all what Trump is doing, Democrats are struggling to undermine all these. But a lot of people are saying that when you take a look at these, Jasmine engages in unhinged conspiracy theories about Trump having a stroke and being physically and mentally unfit for president. 24 hours of Trump's shadow after brokering the historic peace deal. When you look at what Trump did within the space of 24 hours, you will clearly understand like this lady is insane. She's not the only person. I've seen Democrat coming out to say this. They are now doing this, in relation to what a lot of people did when Biden was there, and everything came out to be true. Before we take a look at this, I want to show you this video.
Jasmine Crockett, for those of you that don't know, she posted on X, she says, oh, raising hell at home and then pretending to be the president of peace is diabolical. Well, you know what's really diabolical, aside from you sitting in Congress doing absolutely nothing except running your fucking gums, flapping, is the fact that you can sit in Congress and collect a paycheck and do nothing but moan about the country that you're supposed to love, that you're supposed to represent, and the people that you're supposed to represent. All you do is complain. And the best part of it is that you pretend to be this victim, that I'm a girl in the hood and I don't know how everybody does. You've had it better than 90 people that I know, okay? That I had.
There is something happening, and this is based on what actual medical professionals have told me, mentally as well as physically. And then after they put out their report of his most recent physical, it has only led those on the medicinal side to think for sure that he had a stroke. There are people that are theorizing because I think within 4 to 6 weeks of one of these incidents, you have to go in and you have to get imaging and things like that, which is something they can't do at the White House, which would require them to get him over to Walter Reed. So we are asking the serious probing questions because mental as well as physical fitness are things that the American people are supposed to be made aware of when you are serving at the helm. So as much as I make fun of cankles, it is very serious, and we need to know. And so we took all these incidents, and my staffer, I'm like, dude, this letter is getting way too long. I mean, it was like he's falling asleep. He forgets that he appointed Jerome Powell. We would have added January 6th if we had dropped, he forgot he was president on January 6th. The rest of the world did not. So there is something happening, and this is based on what actual medical professionals have told me, mentally as well as physically. And then after they put out their report of his most recent physical, it has only led those on the medicinal side to think for sure that he had a stroke. And so there are some that are believing that it may have taken place when he went MIA, because he never goes away, y'all, never. But when he went MIA, and then all the theories started popping up, and it's like, is he alive? What's happening? Because there was nothing, right? There are people that are theorizing, because I think within 4 to 6 weeks of one of these incidents, you have to go in and you have to get imaging and things like that, which is something they can't do at the White House, which would require them to get him over to Walter Reed. So we are asking the serious probing questions because mental as well as physical fitness are things that the American people are supposed to be made aware of when you are serving at the helm. So as much as I make fun of cankles,
Yes, if Jasmine spent all this time, talking about Trump, disrespecting him, you will clearly see that she will do more work for her district. What she is doing every single day is to attack Trump. Now, investigating if Trump is physically fit. From all indications and the movement he schedules, you can clearly see that Trump is up there.
Barrel logo? Is it windmills? Is it Bad Bunny? Is it the Nobel Prize? Or is it the turkey vagina slapping around over my chin? I'm not sure we're even allowed to show his neck on TV. Wouldn't it be funny if the FCC fined us for showing his neck on TV?
But these people will never stop. When I watched this lady throughout 3 days ago, Stephen A. Smith put out a video about her, telling her to stop all this. She should stop disrespecting Trump. What I see now on social media is different. The black community is canceling him for correcting Jasmine. I don't know if this was actually a crime for him to call her out, in a way that she should be wise enough to understand that by the end of the day, they are canceling him. That's to tell you the nature of Libras is insane. Like, Jasmine is doing this every single day. Initially, I thought she will stop, but I realized because she's getting clicks here and there, and people call up her for interviews, she can't even stop it. It's insane, right? For years, Trump is calling this lady low IQ, and that's just a simple truth.
Can you believe that Chuck Schumer said this?
Now, I know the leader is going to show a poll that says that Democrats will be blamed for the shutdown.
What?
There are many more polls that show Republicans are blamed.
Why are we looking at polls? Who cares? Facts, please. There's no bias here, Chucky. It's called common sense, something you haven't had for a very long time.
That poll is biased.
That poll came from the New York Times, and let's be real, if that was actually a biased poll, it would not be in our favor. And the American people don't care about polls. Let's talk about the facts. The reason that this is still hung up is because you, the Democrats, continue to keep pushing for illegals to have health care. And the Republicans are not budging, as they shouldn't. It's for Americans only. Stop with your anti-American agendas, Chuck. Why don't you let someone else sit in that seat that actually wants to work for America?
It's in the New York Times, but it's biased. If you turn the...
Those chuckles didn't leave beyond Capitol Hill, and we, the ordinary people, don't find this funny.
I cast my no vote because ain't nobody come at me and ask me what the people in my district need. Right. They didn't ask me what would look good for those in South Dallas. Right. They didn't ask me about that. So listen, I got people that I serve.
I believe you've seen what Democrats are doing exactly. It's insane. I want to appreciate people that are constantly supporting me, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. Please, if you see my notifications, always tune in because I always bring vital information that sometimes you will not see anywhere. As of the short clips, that is for the white algorithms.
You just have to give your respect, even if it's not your thing.
Now, Donald Trump could find the cure to cancer tomorrow, and the leftists will still hate him for it.
Yeah,
And he's the president.
So the big guy in the White House, if he would take some personal advice, you've got to realize, sir, that you are the biggest nothing in the world.
Finally did something positive today, and I want to give him credit for it.
Sequential moments in history.
When I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, it's not changing a tune. It's not making every single thing a 5-alarm fire. Yeah. If he does hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show. He even gets an auditor counting on me.
If the Democrats shut down the government, Donald Trump takes advantage of the situation and begins to, I don't know, trim programs Democrats care about.
Because how many times somebody asks?
4.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama.
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Right. Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one. Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show where he lies his ass off to the American people.
Well, there are repercussions to spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
all the same people that are in these polite...
I disagree with what Gavin Newsom said, that he doesn't...
Dave Chappelle. He's not wrong.
I think that what she has done, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. Strongly should be.
What do you disagree with out of interest?
Best signatures.
Stupid, angry, dopey, dumb.
What a day for Donald.
Your husband, when he announced basically that he believed he found some causal links between